Welcome
Hi.
back.
Did you miss me? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Sorry about that. Yes, again, problems. I don't actually want to work. I just want to hang out with you two all day. But sometimes I have to do these things. So I apologize. Anyway, so Arwen, I'm glad you were able to get some outside time and some sun on your face. I had a little idiom that I was going to tell you, something my father said, but now I forgot it. It relates to going outside, getting the sun. No, I can't remember. It'll come to me. What about you, Jody? How have you been?
Fine. I feel tired, so I slept all day. But I watched a movie from Netflix called The Adam Project.
Yeah. Yes. Not named after me, by the way. No. I watched that too. And I don't know. Did you watch that, Arwen?
No.
Nah, it's not. I didn't like it very much. That was pretty boring.
Why?
Well, it's just kind of ridiculous, and they try to be funny. The main character is a funny guy, and he has there are parts in there that made me laugh, but in general, I thought it was not very well done and not that funny. What did you think, Jody?
I think it's a little bit funny, but not it's
The movie
fine.
can't decide what it is. Is it an action movie? Is it a family movie? It's like, and it's the acting is. I mean, they're pretty good actors in there, but they're not really. I don't know. It's about time travel, and it's.
But not that time travel.
Yeah, and see, time travel movies are always ridiculous, in my opinion, always, because time travel is very illogical, right? Like, if I go back in time and shoot my grandfather when he's a kid, then he can't have my dad, who can't have me. So if I'm never born, then I never go back in time and I never shoot my grandfather, which means he's born and he has my dad and has me, and so you end up in this kind of logical fallacy loop. So time travel movies try to explain that in some goofy way, well, the timeline has a metaphysical connection to it's all nonsense, so, because otherwise, how do you explain if I go back have you ever heard of the butterfly effect, Darwin? The butterfly effect? Yes? Mm-hmm. Jody has. Yeah. You end up with the butterfly effects. Yeah. Anyway, I don't like time travel movies. What do you think, Jody? What's your analysis?
If Aaron just want to relax and don't think about anything and have some popcorns, that would be a good choice, I think. You just watch and laugh and don't think about anything.
Sounds nice.
Yeah, it doesn't take a lot of thinking. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I wasn't really a fan. I don't know. Not really. I can't think of any time. I mean, Back to the Future is kind of funny. I mean, that's a long time ago, and those movies are okay. But what are you gonna do? So, anything else, Jody? That have you been up to?
Me, mates were looking for a place to live. Uh-huh. We are going to find a place because our the place we live right now, we live beside a small hill, so the weather is very humid. Yes.
The weather has been humid. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it has been humid, mm-hmm. and we have a bathroom in my room, so our paint are all cracked and peeled. It's a little bit serious, so we're looking for a new place.
So yeah, you are looking for a new place. That's good. You could use that one in continuous because it's an active process, right? We are looking for a new place. We are looking for a new
Yes.
place. Okay. Well, that's
we
never
found-
fun. Hmm?
And we found that the rent price are all higher than like 2 years before the COVID. And if we found some price seems nice, it won't be any furniture in the house.
Mhm.
So are furnished apartments common in Taiwan? You rent an apartment with furniture?
Yes.
Yes.
Here, that's not very common. It does happen, but most places are not furnished. In some ways, a furnished apartment, a culture of furnishing apartments for rent actually has some logic to it, because moving furniture is hard to do. It's expensive. It takes a lot of time and effort, so it would be easier. But like, for example, here in America, you bring your couch, your bed, but you don't bring like the refrigerator or the stove. Almost never. Maybe very, very rarely you find a place without a washing machine or a stove, right? It's just there. In Colombia, where my wife is from, they take everything. Yeah, so when you rent an apartment, it's very normal. Not only no furniture, but no refrigerator, no stove, no washing machine. Maybe a
Just
washing
walls?
machine. Huh?
Just walls?
Yep. Yeah. No, I mean, it has the bathroom. I mean, the kitchen is there, but you have to bring your own. It's just it's a cultural thing. And see, if everybody takes the refrigerator with them, then you just are used to bringing your refrigerator. So when I went to Colombia, Karen, my wife said, okay, well, I'm going to rent the apartment. I got to sell the refrigerator. I said, why don't you leave it? Like, well, they're going to bring their own refrigerator. Really? Why would they do that? But that's what they do. Furnished apartments have a good logic to them. But people here, they want their own stuff. They're afraid that someone's going to be dirty, have bed bugs, or who knows what. Right? Yeah. So, Jody, do you need to move?
By May 15th?
May 15th.
Yes.
All right. So, Arwen, are you going to help Jody move?
Yeah, if I have the time, I'm very strong, I think. So I would love to help her.
You would love to help her. Okay.
Yeah. To move, not searching. It's hard.
Searching house is so exhausting.
Yeah.
Looking for houses is
Looking
very
for a
good.
house.
Yes, I agree. Absolutely.
Mhm.
Well, I wish you all the best, Jody. I hope very much
Okay.
that works out for you. So anything else new then, Arwen? Anything you wanted to talk about today? Anything pressing on your mind?
I'm reading a book. I keep introducing books to everyone.
That's okay.
That's my new hobby.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
great.
Yeah, this new book is called You're Not Listening.
You are not listening. Wait, when you're missing, or what you're missing and why it matters.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a very interesting and easily readable book.
It's an easy read, we would say. It's an easy read.
Okay. Easy read book.
No need to say book. It's an easy read. That's it. Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. It's an easy read.
Mm-hmm.
That's it? Okay. It
Yeah.
sounds a bit weird.
It's an easy read. Yeah, common expression. It's an easy read.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's talk about how listening is important to human.
For human beings. Mm-hmm.
yeah, for a human being, and and then there's some mindset that you become a well listener,
A good
not just
listener.
yeah, good listener. Is become a good listener is not having a checklist. I did this, and I did good listening. Is
Hmm.
about change your mind. Is a mindset. If you really have curiosity, then you can become a good listener.
Hmm.
Yeah. And I think because of my job, I need to listen to lots of stakeholders and our users. I kind of want to improve and understand more about listening. So
Hmm.
this is
Hmm.
why I start reading this book. Yeah.
Hmm. Interesting. Well, what do you think about that, Jody? What is your thought? What are your thoughts, rather?
I'm curious about this book, so I might ask Arwen to borrow me that book.
Lend it. You'd say lend it.
Let me that book
Mhm.
after she finish it.
Hmm. Hmm. So, poor listening has been a part of your life, Arwen. Are you not a good listener?
I think I sometimes no, and it really depends on if interest in
If I am interested.
I'm interested in the person.
Yeah, there you
Yeah, to be honest, is
you got it. You made a long story short, Arwen. There you did it, right?
yeah,
So the thing about being a good listener, right? What the person's saying matters. I mean, if someone is blah 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 blah, I mean, do you really, do you need to be a good listener then? I like ignoring people. I'm a big fan of that. I call it targeted ignoring. My father had a lesson about this. He was the CEO of a small credit union. It's a bank, a small bank, very small in Western Michigan. And they had something called a board. So these were like elected people who worked in other parts of the associated company. And they technically were his bosses. Now, not really. Basically, once a month, they got a report and they said, we should do this and we should do that. But my dad was the CEO. He said, okay. He said there was one guy in particular, I don't remember his name, but this guy every month had some great new idea about what we need to do. And he'd come there all puffy puffy with the big chest, and he'd say, we're going to do this and we're going to do that. And my father, oh, and then he never do. You never do anything. You need to go do that. Yeah. You got it. And then never. And he said, and then the next month, the guy would have forgotten all about it. And he'd be on to the next thing. Right. So I call that targeted ignoring. Someone sends me an email with 10 stupid questions, I answer 2 of them.
Mhm.
Right? And I understand the other 8. Anyway, so that's sort of my take on listening, right? I think the person speaking has to be worthy of your active listening. What do you think about that, Arwen? What do you think about that?
Yeah, I think everyone have done that, targeting, ignoring.
Targeted ignoring.
But
Yes.
yeah, but my main goal is when I really want to connect with someone, my friend, my families.
Mhm.
I want to learn more about that. And other people, of course, I can ignore them. It's okay because I'm not a Superman. I have limited. Yeah, I have limited. So just focusing on the small group of people I care about. That's it. Yeah.
Yeah, you want to be a good listener, I suppose. I think one of the big thing with listening too is some people, instead of listening to you, they are thinking about how they are going to respond. That's usually the big lesson, right? Instead of just taking and processing, is I spend my time, instead of listening to what you say, I'm thinking of how I'm going to answer you.
Yeah, it's what exactly the book mentioned it.
Yeah.
The thing is, what we can do is focusing and pay 100% focus and pay 100% attention to the contact that when others talking, rather
when someone
than
else is talking.
Someone else is talking, rather than thinking about how you gonna respond. Because if you focus on the contact, you're gonna know how to respond.
Yeah, how to respond. Yes.
How to respond.
How to respond. Yeah, and that's a good thing, right? So that type of active listening is that's kind of more of like a personality trait. Somebody, especially if the topic is controversial, right? If I'm criticizing you in some way or something, instead of listening and taking it in, I think men probably are known for this more than women. If you have to break it down that way, men have this, stereotypical fight or flight reflex. And in some ways, I've read some leadership books, which is why women make better leaders now than they once did, because the world requires more collaboration, and collaboration, a big part of that is listening, right? So anyway, that's sort of the stereotypical analysis about leadership. Leaders used to be, big, strong, tough, I'm in charge, I smash you, quote unquote male, or whatever word you want to use. And now the world doesn't require so much of that, requires more collaboration, etc. So if you read like modern leadership texts, and leadership's a lot about listening, right? How to be a servant leader, for example. How do I help you? How do I lead us to success by helping you? Active listening is kind of a central part of that. What do you think about that, Jody?
Yeah. Yeah, listening is important.
It's important.
I found that I can't be very concentrate on people who's talking these few years, and I don't know how to make people listen what I'm saying.
Listen to
what I'm saying, to make them understand. So I think I need this book.
No, the people around you need it.
They just can't listen to anybody. I don't know why.
Yeah, so they need it, not you.
But if I can realize, I can understand more about this mindset or something, maybe I can change some ways to try to let them listen, let them understand. I don't know.
Yeah. Help them to understand is probably what you want to say. Help them to understand. Right. Or assist them in their understanding. There are several ways to do that. Grammatically, I know we're here in English class, but the beauty of English is that you can take individual concepts and change their form grammatically and you don't lose much meaning. It's a very helpful thing. So, you could say help them to understand or help their understanding. In that last one, it's a noun, but you're not really changing much. You just kind of have to know the grammar. And, if you have help them understand, help them with their understanding and so on, right? Kind of a neat thing about English grammar. No, good. Yeah, active listening. So stuff with leadership, how to be a leader, deals with that. The need to collaborate, all important stuff. So how far into the book are you, Arwen? How far into the book are you?
How far?
Mhm.
How? What do you mean? I'm sorry.
Yeah. So in that expression, how far into the? Mhm.
Yeah. Okay. 1/3 for now.
A third of the way. Yeah. That expression, how far into, you can use it doesn't have to be a numerical thing, right? Like, how far into the move are you? How far into the job are you? How far into the project are you? It just means like, what's your progress? Good. Well, when you're done with that, I'm sure Jody.
I'm sorry. How far into the job? It means what exactly the question is asking about?
So in that sense, I'm thinking you have a project that you're working on. We use job and project interchangeably.
Yeah.
So like you maybe, let's say you work in construction, Arwen. You're building a house. So I say to you, hey, Arwen, how far into that job are you? And you're like, well, the house is halfway done. You're asking for progress.
Yeah, okay.
And it's not a numerical thing, right? Like a house doesn't have pages. It's not like I'm on page 10 of the house. But you could do that with a book, right? How far into that book are you? Well, I'm on page 10. I still can remember that idiom my father said. It was a good one, too. I don't remember. Anyway, all right. So, Jody, I haven't seen you in a while. Tell me something new, Jody. What else is going on?
No, I don't think I have something new.
Nothing? Really?
Looking for a house takes time, so I can't do much things.
I can't do many things. I can't do
anything else.
Where are you looking, Jody? What is your search criteria? Ooh, that's a good one, Arwen.
Oh,
criteria.
What's your search criteria?
What is criteria?
Oh, such a good word. Yes, search criteria. Good old Latin word, criteria. Huh?
Condition? No.
Yeah. Kind of like condition. Yeah, you could say that. Search criteria. There are other words too, right? Like if you're going to get real English, we could say a yardstick. We could say your standard. You want to get really kind of fancy, your criterion. But criteria is kind of a plural for criterion, but nobody uses that word anymore. I believe it comes from Latin. Anyway, it means the things that you want. The things that you want. The word criteria has kind of a list component. So, Jody, what's your criteria in a restaurant? Well, it has to have good food and light and good chairs and prices. That's your criteria. Like a list of things you want.
Oh.
2
bathrooms.
2 bathrooms.
3 rooms.
3 bedrooms or 3 total rooms?
Bedrooms.
Okay.
And kitchens. And
Balcony, good. Yeah. I like a balcony too. Balcony, very important for me. Some people don't care, but for me, I wouldn't want to live anywhere that didn't have a balcony.
And
what else? Or patio, something.
No mountains or hills beside.
Why is that?
Hard.
If there's a small mountain or hills beside my house, it will be very, very humidity.
It would be very humid.
Yes.
Really? Why?
Taipei rains a lot, and the area I live right now is kind of the most humid place in Taipei.
I didn't know
There are
that. So what is the mount? I mean, what do you mean the mountain? Like your apartment's here in the mountains, like off to the side, or what do you mean?
kind of.
Huh.
Mm, mm.
I live in
That's
Florida.
why-
There are no mountains, so it's hard for me to imagine, you know?
There are lots of mountains in Taiwan,
Right.
and the place, the area I live, we had several lakes, small lakes, and mountains.
Mhm.
So it's very moisture.
Yeah, very humid, right? There's a lot of moisture. You can say it's very moist. Mhm. Really? In Taipei, huh?
Yes.
Looking here on the snow mountains. So here you got this river. What's this river called here that goes through the middle of Taipei? I need a name. Goes through New Taipei. The Tom Sui River?
Tam Sui.
Tom
Yes.
Sui River?
No.
No?
It's not that north.
Not that far north?
Yeah.
So you're in Taoyuan? Taoyuan?
No, I'm in Taipei, but it's called Neihu.
Nehu?
Neihu.
Yeah.
Nehu. Okay. All right, let's go here. Let's do a little looking. All right, let's do it. We're gonna get some looking. All right. We're gonna look at some Taipei. All right. Where are we going, Jody? Where are we gonna live? Wanna be up here?
Yes, upper.
Where? Up here?
You can zoom in and where is it?
Yeah, you live right here. This is your building, all right? You just live right here, okay, Jody? I don't know. I don't know if that building's any good or not. You'll find something, Jody. Don't worry. You will.
Okay.
All right, so May 15th, Arwen, are you going to help her move?
Yeah.
Oh, you better. You better. Did I ever tell you my joke about moving? Did I tell you that?
No.
No, I never did. You sure? All right. So there's a guy, we'll call him Adam, and he's sitting in a bar. And in walks his friend Dan. All right. And Adam says to Dan, "Hey, Dan, it's good to see you." And Dan says, "Hey, Adam, how are you? I missed you, buddy. How you been?" And Adam says, Dan, you're just my best friend in the whole world. I'm so happy to see you. And Dan says, "You too, Adam. I love you. You're my best friend in the whole world." And then Adam says to Dan, because you're my best friend, do you think you can, coming up here, you can help me move? And Dan says, "Adam, I'm sorry, I'm busy that weekend." And Adam says, I didn't tell you what the day was. Not that good of friends, I guess, I love it. I'm sorry, I'm busy that weekend. So anyway, all right, very good. So Jody's spending all her time moving. She's looking for something that's not humid. What else, Jody? Nothing else?
Yeah, nothing
That's
else.
it. What about you, Arwen? Got a good book? Had a good weekend? Anything else?
Yeah. And tomorrow I gonna go hiking, probably. I'm not quite sure, with my friend. And yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I've been so long didn't go to
It's been
mountain.
so long
It's been so long. I
that I haven't
went to,
haven't gone.
haven't gone.
This perfect tenses is tough, I know.
Yeah, I'm so bad at this.
Mhm.
Haven't gone to mountain, I think. Yeah.
Mhm. Haven't gone to the
But
mountains.
yeah, but I need to wake up early
No.
tomorrow. Yeah. So after our class, probably need to go to bed early.
Need to hit the hay.
Hit the hay.
Hit the hay.
Yeah, what's
Never
that?
heard that expression?
Hey,
Hit the
Hay.
hay. Yeah, hit the hay.
What's hay?
hey.
You know what hay is?
I don't know. What's that?
Not sure? All right, we'll do a little hit the hay here for you, Arwen. All right, and Jody, you too, so you can see. Hit the hay.
Ah,
Oh.
Yes, you got to hit
so the
the hay.
thing on the ground is hay.
Yeah, so it's like what yeah, he's literally hitting the hay. Let's see here, this guy. All right, kids, about time to hit the hay, you know. Yeah, hay is this thing that like cows eat and stuff. But in the past, it was also used to make mattresses. It's not the most comfortable thing in the world, but it's not terribly uncomfortable if you do it well. So that was that, hit means your body is kind of like, whoa, you're so tired, you hit the hay. You hit the hay. So again, we still say that. People who've never seen a farm in their life, they still say hit the hay. Yeah. So anyway, that's that. Good. All right, my friends. Well, I'm glad that we were able to do that. If we could continue with what we left off with last time, we were doing some stuff with the phrasal verb fall, and I know that we didn't finish all of this, so I thought we would do some extra stuff here with the phrasal verb fall. So again, fall off is one I know we did. Pretty easy word, very direct, not super poetic, literally fall off. But it also means kind of for something to decline. You could say the company has really fallen off. Whoops, sorry, I spelled that wrong. Fallen off lately. So it's been doing bad. All right. So here's an example right here of something with money. As ebooks become popular, sales of printed books are slowly falling off. And this one I really like, and I think we did some of this last time, but one of my favorite phrasal verbs, very, very poetic, fall out. And again, just for review, Jody, can you read number one for me, Jody? When two people
fall out over something, they get angry and usually stop talking to each other.
Now, this is to me a beautiful and a horrible thing about English. Again, we have two dopey little words, fall out. But when they're used in this context, it means a lot, right? It can be put into noun form also. Arwen and Adam had a falling out. So here we have turned into a gerund with an article. So we have this kind of noun concept right here, right? This literally means all of this. Listen to this. Adam and Arwen used to be close, but they had a fight and they're not close anymore. I mean, that to me is crazy. Two little words mean all that when used in that type of context, right? So Arwen, can you read here? John and James, number one.
John and James fall out over money and they haven't spoken to each other in years.
Very good. Now, they're adding more details here. Like their falling out was serious, right? It's years of not talking, and they're also giving you their reasoning. But you could just say John and James fell out. And then the listener knows they used to be close, they had a big fight, and they're not close anymore. Okay, good. All right, let's go ahead here then and go forward. Fall over, I think we know that one. Again, same thing. It's kind of like to collapse, fall over. So let's do a little practice then. No, wait. Let's do fall through. Did we do fall through, Arwen, last time? Fall through?
No.
Yes,
not
that
yet.
one's new. That one's new. We did not do that one. Good. All right, so let's do a little practice then. Number 9. Jody, can you read number 9? After Jack.
After Jack met Sophie the first time, he couldn't think about anyone else.
Right. So Jack met Sophie, then he can't think about anyone else. So let's go to Arwen. Can you tell me what happened to Jack and use one of these 4 phrasal verbs? What happened?
Jack fall for Sophie.
Perfect. Jack fell for Sophie. Exactly right. So fall for means like I got feelings for you, I became in love with you, whatever it is. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. And that's a big one, right? I'm falling for you. In English, this is a very kind of intense thing to say. You say that to somebody that's like, that's serious, right? That's not just like I like you, like, oh, you know, Arwen, I like you, Arwen. That's like, okay, Adam likes me. But I say, Arwen, I'm falling for you. That's like, whoa, Adam has intense feelings for me. That's like a short step beneath I love you, which is very intense for us. Okay, good. Jody, let's try Arwen, can you read number 10? It was
very sad. The baby bird was found dead under its
nest, right?
nest.
All right, Jody, so can you try with one of these 3 to tell me what happened to the bird?
The baby bird fell off the nest.
Fell out of its nest. Yeah, that's probably good. Excellent. Then let's do this last one. All right, Jody, can you read number 12, Jody? Celine and Blair.
Celine and Blair had a fight about a guy they both liked, and they no longer talked to each other.
What happened, right? So let's go to Arwen. Arwen, tell me with fall or falling out, either one, what happened to Celine and Blair?
Celine and Blair had a falling out.
Good, but if you want to add all those other details, you can say it very succinctly. Listen, Celine and Blair had a falling out over a guy. So that tells the listener exactly what it was, right? If it's over a guy, well, clearly they both liked him. They got in a fight. They stopped talking. Right? Good. I really like falling out. All right, now fall through. This is another good one. Very poetic, not super direct. All right, so let's go to Jody. Can you read number 1? When someone
or something drops through an opening from one side to the other side, it falls through.
It falls through. So this S, right? When you see LS in English, it's going to sound like LZ. LZ, that's going to vibrate. Falls through. Okay, falls through. Good. Let's go to Arwen. Can you read number 2? She dropped.
She dropped some keys and they fall through the gap in the drain.
We got 2 words here. I want you to differentiate these 2 for me. Go ahead.
Fall.
Yeah, move your finger away from here. Move the finger away. All right, now try for me. Fall. Fall. Yeah, so that's good. Your pronunciation is good. It's important for the listener to know that because one is present, one is past. So if you're talking to a native speaker and if you aren't precise about that, they might miss your exact meaning. All right, so this is kind of the more direct version of fall through. Literally fall through, right? It goes through a hole or whatever. Let's go to then the more poetic fall through. Jody, can you do when a plan?
When a plan or arrangements falls or is cancelled because of a problem, it falls through. Excellent.
So it could be canceled or fails. All right, so this is a very poetic, less direct meaning. Let's go to Arwen, number 3. Of course,
when Tony started university, he had great plans to become a doctor, but that fell through because he spent all his time chasing woman.
Chasing women, right? And again, he's trying to spend time with girls. He's not doing his work. All right. So again, this is another example. Fell through is a lot like fell. What was the one? I get confused here. Oh yeah. Let's go back. Fall through versus fall out. I actually like the kind of more American spelling, fall through. Either one is fine, right? Versus fall out. This to me means three things. Three things in two little words, okay? So fall through. There was a plan, number one. We had a plan, number one. Number two, something happened bad, number two. Number three, the plan is now gone. It means all of that. That to me is just crazy to me, the poetic nature of English. And it could be very frustrating, but it's all about context. So again, fall out and fall through, both, in my view, mean three interlocking concepts, right? Arwen, what was the last plan that you had fall through? What was the last thing that you had fall through on you? Here, I'll give an example. That's tough. All right. I had plans to go to Colombia, but they fell through in 2020. Now, you could say it really precise. My Colombia plans fell through. All right. What about you, Arwen? What do you think?
Me and my friend and I had fell through our hiking plan that year.
Okay.
Something like that.
Yeah. All right. What about you, Jody? Have you ever had plans fall through?
My plans, learning animation fall through.
So my learning and my plans to learn animation fell through.
Yes.
Very, very good. So that's excellent. So that tells me, the listener, really, you had a plan, something happened, the plans are broken. What were you doing today, Jody? Yeah, we were going to do something, but plans fell through. Plans fell through. That's just crazy to me, the poetic, deep meaning that you have in English. All right, let's try a little activity then. All right, so Arwen, let's try number 13. The woman had
a massive heart attack in the street, and she which one?
Ooh, tough one.
Yeah.
Tough one, Arwen. Tough one.
Not fall behind, not fall through. Maybe. Fall down, dead.
Fall down, that's it. And she fell down dead. Literally, this doesn't actually have that poetic a meaning. It's much more direct. Fall down dead, right? It's not super poetic in meaning. All right, let's go to Jody. All right, number 14. We
wanted to have our wedding on the first weekend of March, but it fell through because we waited too long to book the church, and that date is no longer available.
So we wanted to have it the first week, but it fell through because we waited too long. Excellent. All right, let's go to Arwen, 15 and 16.
Okay, I'm afraid that you will not pass your studies this year because you fall behind too far.
So we probably would use this in which tense?
Fall, because it's the status.
Again, so it's something that happened in the past and is still true now. So we would go, you have fallen behind. And remember, native speakers probably just going to say it like this, right? Because you've fallen behind too far.
Yeah, okay.
You can also flip this, right? So someone might say, you've fallen too far behind. Native speaker might say that too.
Yeah, okay.
And that's also just fine. All right, good. How about number 16, Arwen?
Okay, after they're falling out over a hotel bill, they haven't spoken in a year.
Excellent. After they're falling out over a hotel bill, they haven't spoken in a year. And excellent. So here they're possessing a noun that's coming from this phrasal verb, right? After they're falling out. Very common thing that we say. All right, let's go, Jody. Number 17. Which one is correct? The business deal.
The business deal fell over. When the company didn't complete its proposal on time. Which fell over? Fell over?
So we fell through.
Through?
Fell through, right? Remember what does fall through? It's three things. It literally means three things. There was a plan, something happened, plan destroyed. A lot of these phrasal concepts, they kind of relate to things that deal with life. It's not unlike our measurement system, Fahrenheit, which is somewhat illogical, but it's really based on human life, right? Human life, maybe not so much the natural world, like the metric system is based on water, etc. You know, the phrasal thing, right? We form a plan, something happens, we lose the plan. That's a real thing that happens to people all the time. So we have these kind of phrasal ways of talking about real life experiences. Most other languages aren't going to have a single, like two words that can describe such a broad concept. They'd have to use 3 or 4 verbs to describe that process of events. All right, let's go to Arwen, number 18, the statue.
The statue fell through during the earthquake and smashed.
Fell through, yeah. Nope, not fell through.
It's not?
Nope.
Okay, fell over.
Yeah, fell over. If it was through, you'd have to have another detail, like it fell through the building. Now it could be, right? It fell through the building. That would work. But it needs, in that sense, this is the kind of more direct fell through. We need something it can go through. Here we don't have that.
Okay.
Yeah, it fell over during the earthquake and smashed. Let's do Arwen. Actually, Arwen, stick with me. Can you do number 19, Arwen? The dog fell.
The dog fell through because there's a hole in the road and had to be rescued. Rescued,
exactly right. So now we know it's got a hole to go through. So this one is correct. Excellent. All right, let's go to Jody. Good job, Arwen. Jody, 20 and 21.
Jane says that she hasn't fallen for Thomas, but I know that she has.
She hasn't fallen for. Very good. Again, we've done it in perfect negative, right? Hasn't. And then fallen, we use the perfect of the verb fall. Good. And last one, 21, Jody.
The plan for a vacation this year has fallen through because I have just lost my job.
Excellent. Very good. So look, we had all these things, right? We had a plan, lost the job, no more plan. Right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Good. I like that. I really like fall for too. Fall for is like the romantic thing. Fall for. Fall for can also mean you were tricked, though. So this is the difference, right? I have fallen for Arwen. That means I'm in love with Arwen. But if I say I fell for Arwen's plan, that means Arwen tricked me. Tough one, right? But again, so it's based on that context. I fell for Arwen. I'm in love with Arwen. I fell for Arwen's plan. Arwen tricked me. So, there you go. But again, fall through, Very, very good one. I like a lot. And then fall out, fall through and fall out. Two very poetic. Phrasal verbs. Yeah. Did we have fun today?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You all missed Emma though, right? You missed Emma. Well, I hope that she is okay. It was a pleasure, my friends. I have to bid you all adieu, right? We have to say bonne nuit, mon ami. Oh, right? Mon ami. Is that right, Arwen? No, my French.
My friend.
Yeah.
Good night, my friend.
How do you say like plural? Like mes amis? I don't know. Yo les puedo hablar en español perfecto si quieren. De buenas noches, mis amigos. Fue un placer tener esta clase con ustedes. Pues yo no sé si me entienden, pero créeme, estoy diciendo cosas muy lindas. ¿Sí? Suena como un poquito ridículo con ese acento mío, pero créeme. Yo espero que todos duerman bien. No? Should I stop? That's it? All right. Well, have a good night, my friends. I will see you on Thursday. In Spanish, it's jueves. Jueves. That's how you say Thursday. Jueves. Les veo jueves. Que descansen. Que duermen muy bien. Chao. Chao.
Ciao.
Bye.